Hello, family and friends. It is 4:31. Of all the hitting the buttons, 4:30 just slips right on by. It's a beautiful day out here in Brattleboro. The sun is shining. I've been walking barefoot outside when I get to go out. I've been behind this desk at this computer since I think 11:30 today, so it's been a long time. Got to get up and walk the dog as soon as I'm done here. I am glad you made it to this part of your day, and I am grateful that you're here through your journeys and your experiences at this part of your life. Welcome. We are gathered again, and some of you are here, some of you are I'm not seeing. It's not showing up for me again. I'm not getting anybody on my feed, so I hope that there's someone here listening. It would be really nice if you listen. Um, so I will today. The other night, so 2 nights ago, I was I had to do my Hearts of Hope that I paint each on slate and put out for free, just to give some signs of hope and share my love in the way that I would like to share it. And I had the TV on for background noise, for company, for companionship, and right I wanted to turn off the TV. I got tired of the drone. I got tired of the patter of pulling me into a show and out of a thing and into commercial. And what I flipped the channel, changed the channel before turning off the TV, and it was either a mistake or a blessing, and it could have been both, because one of my favorite movies was playing, The Shawshank Redemption. And there's so much about that movie that I really appreciate. It's very well written. It's based on a Stephen King story, and there's one of the things I really appreciated in Tim Robbins' portrayal of the character is the character that it was a he was a strong character and knew morally where he stood. Oftentimes in a movie with extreme circumstances, he was framed for, or he's framed for a murder that he didn't commit of his wife, and yet it was justified, or they're justified in the movie how people would have forgiven him for killing his wife because she was having an affair, and which he never got to, even though he was destroyed by the affair. It didn't cause him to murder. And even when he discovered the murder, that was when he changed. That's when his character cracked slightly. But his character didn't crack in the way that we would normally think of. He didn't go to violence. He didn't lash out. He just focused on what he wanted. And that extreme focus and what he wanted was his freedom. He wanted out. And even though he was convicted and he was in prison, he could have appealed, and he followed the proper protocol, which is he let them know that there's this person who can exonerate him, and they chose to, for self-serving purposes, no. And I really appreciate that, and I love that conviction. The never give up, that he worked for 20 years to free himself, that he processed, and he was put in situations that very well could have compromised who he was. And he has a great line. He says, it took going to jail for him to become a crook, because he wound up money laundering for the warden of the prison, if you're not familiar with the story. And so one of the things there's that question that's often asked, and the question of, who are you? Or who am I? And I think that's a privileged question. And why do I say it's a privileged question? Because it in asking the question, you have the luxury of space and time to ponder that. We there's a simple answer. We're loving, caring, compassionate, empathetic human beings until we're trained or taught to do otherwise. Thank you, Cleo, for being here. I'm glad you made it, and I hope your phone is doing okay. Cleo dropped her phone into the sink. It wasn't working okay, according to her post, but we're hoping that everything is all right. The luxury of space to ponder. Who am I? What am I doing here? The existential questions of life. But so I will direct you at this point. If you have the time and you want to question your character, check out viacharacter.org. There's a great little test that you could take, and it will give you an assessment of your character traits. There's 24 character traits. If you're not familiar with them, I can list them all. I love lists. No, I really don't like lists, but I list them because some people do like lists. The appreciation of beauty, bravery, creativity, curiosity, fairness, forgiveness, gratitude, honesty, hope, humility, humor, judgment, kindness, leadership, love, love of learning, perseverance, perspective, prudence, self regulation, social intelligence, spirituality, teamwork, and zest. Those are the different character traits. And when I took the assessment, I will share with you the top 5 for me. And you may go, oh, yeah, okay, I see that. Or maybe I don't. Maybe you don't. But my top 5 were love, curiosity, appreciation of beauty, humility, and leadership. And just below, the next 3 were love of learning, kindness, and honesty. And I thought that was pretty on. Hello, Mr. Tucker. Thank you for being here. I thought that was pretty on to in that character assessment based on the answers I gave, and I will probably go back again and do a character assessment again, see if it still holds, because yeah, it can be skewed according to how I'm feeling today, how I'm feeling another day. But so what use is this? What is use is knowing what your character traits are. If you find yourself in situations or in positions or employment that just doesn't feel great, that just saps your strength and your energy and your emotional well-being, it could possibly be that you are not living into your character. You're not doing what you're naturally designed to do. Uh, you, Cleo. Yes, the Cleo has put in her comments on Facebook here that Zest is her first, her second, and her third. And if you know this individual, then you would know that is so much. I don't believe that this person ever sleeps. That's the kind of zest and zim and vigor that Cleo shares with the world. Just so you know. But if you're, and when you're not working, you're not living, and you're not existing in the space that suits your character, it is like a hole in your bucket. All the energy just sucks out or drips out or drains out as you move through, because you're not being restored, you're not being charged, you're not living in your world. And it's really important that we live in our world, that we thrive in our world, that we work with each other in our worlds. And I find that people a lot of us, there's some of us who have, was it persistence and perseverance, um, will push through, even when it's not, when everything else is not in alignment, because that's one of their strong character traits, perseverance. I will persevere as they drag and be draggled through all their space and time and in their existence and in their lives, because they're not fully living in their zone. And that zone, and it will shift and change. There are some of us who find that in our character traits, the things that we have to do in life, whether it's parenting, whether it's spousing, living with a partner, that sometimes that isn't in alignment. And yet we make adjustments and we work with that. But one of those things can be a little out of sorts and not drain us. One of those things one of our not strongest character traits can be called into use regularly, and it won't drain you because you have all the other ways of shifting and moving in perspective. But your character, there are, and this is an important thing to me, because what I share with you each day, I hope, are healthy practices, healthy ways of handling, dealing, working with your life, of how you can share you with a world that needs you in it. And that's really important. How you can, in a healthy way, share yourself with a world that needs you in it. And just hear that again. Not just with the world, but with a world that needs you in it. You are an important part. Now, I'm going to jump all deep into this and go further. You are here. You are not a mistake. You are here for a reason. You are here to be another puzzle piece in the great big picture of humanity. You are. Without you, we'll go into this one. Without you, all those wonderful things that you see happening outside of you don't happen. And you go, what? Nobel Prize winners, the person who's going to find the vaccine or the cure for COVID-19 relies on you. You are a key part. How you interact with the world makes that happen. And it's not happenstance, and it's not perchance. It is, and it's not destiny either. It's just the way the world works. This is not a chance meeting. You don't show up here accidentally. You make a choice. And that choice that I made to start doing this at 4:30 every day is all part of the big picture. All part of the big picture. And that big picture is huge. And some might call it the divine plan. Some might call it God's plan. Some might call it God's power or beauty or grace. And I say yes to all of those things. I say yes. You might not believe in a God. And you might say, oh, it's just energetic. It's not happenstance and it's not perchance. It's purposeful. And when you step into that purposefully, you magnify that power. When you step into it purposefully, you magnify that power. Not because you're working any harder, because you are, once again, like that prism of light that flows through. You are a clear prism in which the light can flow through. And it charges you back up when you work within your character, when you step into your full power and exist in this world. And some of us, we go, well, I'm not doing much and I can't do this. You know what? I'm going to just say this. A stop sign stays and stands in its spot its entire existence, and it's important. Without it, you run through that intersection and possibly hit somebody else. And I'm not saying that you're the stop sign, but you're just as important. You're another piece, an integral piece of the divine interconnectedness of life on this planet, in this universe, in the grand scheme of things. Knowing who you are, knowing your character helps that. Just, it helps you. Do you have to know it? No, but you can know it in a different way. Did I have to take this test to find out, oh, this is the things I like? No. When I'm working in my character, when I'm morally connected, I resonate. I glow. I am expanded. I am powerful, and not just strong, powerful, but powerful of mind and body. And this is why I share with you of living into your character, of loving into your character, of fulfilling your divineness. Alrighty, I've had you here for just a moment. Oh, you know what? One of the things I would like to say, and this is in doing that, the nourishing of what we do and how we are. I told you over the weekend, I met a person, Tony B. He gave me a sample of a product it's called Honey Badger, and they have a couple of different drink products. I actually started taking I can have it in the other room, putting their powdered supplement in my smoothies in the morning. I'm absolutely loving it. It's absolutely great. It's chocolate. I want to taste the other flavors that they have, and it also fits with my dietary constraints. This is another thing I've taken as well. All natural. Crazy, all natural. I was so shocked when I actually used the Arrow the other day, because I was expecting it's going to be pink, or it's going to be, and it's no artificial colors. So it's not the most wow look to see, but it was fantastic, great flavor. It's sweetened with stevia, natural. So some people don't like the flavor of stevia. So this is just saying this is something that's worked for me. Just like I shared with you the viacharacter.org site for checking out your character stuff. I'm sharing with you the Honey Badger, and if you're interested in trying some of the Honey Badger stuff, you're going to go directly to them. There's a lot of folks who are skipping Amazon and the big boxes because they're just making billionaires in this time that we're trying to support each other. Go to drinkhoneybadger.com, drinkhoneybadger.com, and check them out. They also have great discounts for veterans and military personnel, and I'm not going to jump all into it, but maybe first responders as well. All right, it's time to read something, and hopefully, I'm going to use from volume 2 of A Poem a Day, and I'm going to let the divine choose the poem. Fragile to a fault. Give in. Allow the me that I know to crumble, explode, fragment, never again to be whole. New, changed forever, strong beyond belief, timeless, limitless, transcendent being of light and love. I think that speaks to character. Fragile to a fault, give in. Allow the me that I know to crumble, explode, fragment, never again to be whole. New, changed forever, strong beyond belief, timeless, limitless, transcendent being of light and love. Live into your character fully. The reward is you. And breathe that one in for just a moment. That you are the reward. Being fully you is a reward for yourself and the world. To me, that there's something extremely beautiful in knowing that, is that when I fully step into me, when I fully live into me, I am rewarding myself and the world. I mean, wow, that one, I just, yeah, that resonates with me. Alrighty, I have kept you long enough. Thank you very much for joining me here today, and I do hope that you continue to join me 4:30 every day, unless otherwise seems like it's been 4:31. So we'll see. Maybe there's something going on. 4, 3, 7, 8. Yep. All right, just added up the numbers for my numerology thing. Thank you very much. Remember, stay safe, be well, and move forward with passion and purpose. And know that you are enough. Go ahead and say it. Come on, let's do it. I am enough. You are enough. All right. Until we meet again, have a great day.